It seems now more than ever, the idea that humanity wants to rid the world of poverty and suffering is prevalent in our society, but with recent controversial campaigns such as Coney 2012, causing major upsets for donors with good intentions, people have begun to ask not just why suffering is still so widespread in the 21st century, but why certain charities aren't using their money as efficiently and effectively as possible. This is by no means a negative thing, as it will only mean that charities that do make a significant impact will see an increase in funding, whereas those who waste time and money will be forced to improve or cease to exist.
My name's Tom, I'm 20 years old and I'm the founder of Northern Corner.
The mission of Northern Corner is to share information and media that we hope will have a positive impact on the world. One of the ways we hope to achieve our goals towards this is through charity work, and we've vowed to stay independent and dedicated to promoting and fundraising only organisations that truly deserve the funding. This will always be debatable, but we will strive to work with those who make the most significant positive impacts in the world. Recently we supported Operation Sharecraft, a campaign started by online gaming celebrity Athene, in which he helped raise over $1 million in less than 100 days for Save the Children's work in the Horn of Africa. This project was supported by the online gaming community and a massive sponsorship deals with DC Entertainment and Razer Gaming Gear, and was a massive success. However, that team has moved on to focus Operation Sharecraft on Save the Children's work in West Africa now, and the East African appeal still needs your help. On the 28th of July, NCUK was granted a legal permit to do some public fundraising in Warrington Town Centre, with all donations going directly to Save the Children's East African appeal. Two other members of the NCUK team helped out, Quantum Lefeus, who runs a YouTube channel for NCUK Gaming, and Pokemaster Ash, who also helps produce content for the site. We were planning on having someone film the event, but due to unforeseen circumstances this wasn't possible on the day. This was the first charity collection any of us had done. Not just the first one we had organised ourselves, and the first half an hour or so seemed to be rather disheartening, but eventually once we worked out what worked best for us and we built up some confidence, we noticed that the majority of people were extremely supportive of the cause. Whenever possible, we took the opportunity to talk to donors or anyone who just had questions about why we were there, who we were, sometimes simply pointing strangers to myself so that I could show them legal documentation regarding permission to fundraise there. Honestly, I was expecting more people to ask to see our permit. There's been warnings recently in national newspapers about something called chugging or charity mugging, which is when people say they're fundraising for a certain charity and either don't follow the proper fundraising practices, keep some of the money raised without being honest about it, or simply keeping the money for themselves. When people asked us who we were, we directed them to the website. When they asked about why we were raising money, we told them about how the Horn of Africa is going through the worst hunger crisis in 60 years. We also told them that we were young, just students, gamers. Part of what we do is getting rid of negative stereotypes that mainstream media portray us with. We also told them about Operation Sharecraft and hinted at the reason for them not hearing about it being because it goes against the stereotypes that old media propagated for too long. Overall, the day was a great success and we raised nearly £90 for the cause, which doesn't seem like much, but considering how many people we reached, how many people donated, it was fantastic really. It was also our first public fundraiser. There was no big extravagant campaign behind it, we weren't doing any entertaining. It was just what we're going to call one of the NCUK mini charity projects. And we're proud to say we raised that much because it's better than nothing and we did it ourselves. It's the start of our dream that we hope you'll help us to make into a reality. It's entirely reasonable to suggest that if we work hard, we can alleviate many of the world's problems such as poverty or climate change within our lifetime. Thanks so much to all those who donated, including those who donated online. Collectively, your money will make a huge difference to the lives of the people it goes towards helping. Please like us on Facebook to get updates of all the latest NCUK activities, or follow me on Twitter. I'll put the links in the description. And subscribe, like, favourite and share the video and try to spread it to as many people as you can. Hopefully everyone who donated will see this video someday so they can know that we're truly grateful and that their money has made a difference. Thanks for watching and see you next time.